Bang bang!
Alright, you got me. There's a grenade in here anyways, man. Good one.
Hello YouTube, it's me again, Andon from Airsoft, and now I have news to give y'all. My gun is now officially up and running. I have a whole new set of stuff inside of that gearbox, and a whole new set of stuff in general. The gears, first of all, first thing of the day, are swapped out. It was really difficult to get those things swapped out correctly because the delayer on most of the gears we were using were too small. What was happening was the tappet plate that was supposed to pull back the nozzle for the gears in order to feed the next BB into the HopUp unit wasn't pulling back the nozzle far enough, so no BBs were feeding into the HopUp unit, in which case my gun wasn't even firing. Although the gearbox was working, the gun wasn't firing, so we had to fix that issue with the delayer on the gear. So I eventually found a new set of gears that actually worked with the proper delayer and the BBs feed correctly, completely, all the BBs feed. I tested it out myself. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I had all this work done at Damien's Airsoft workshop, so I'm gonna link that to him because he asked me to. And I've also got a brand new nozzle out of the whole deal because the steps we were taking to try to fix the gearbox were very experimental because my gearbox was being picky, my gun was being picky in general, and one of the things he modified was the nozzle, the air nozzle. He tried to get that sanded down so the BBs could feed past the nozzle. Didn't work, so that was scrapped, and he gave me a brand new air nozzle out of that. Brand new purple air nozzle. So I got a colored gearbox. He also shimmed my gears properly. He gave me some shims and shimmed them all up so I don't have to do that myself. He oiled them, and then he also gave me one thing I put in there was a brand new piston. I put that in there before I took it to the workshop. I got a new piston. I already mentioned that before, but it's a red piston. So I got two colors right now, and it was a full steel-teethed piston as opposed to the half and half piston that I've been using before. This is steel and this is polymer. Now polymer is durable, but it is not that durable because as you can see, this, or what I can tell you right now, this is halfway down its teeth. The polymer teeth would have worn out long before the steel teeth would have, and that would have rendered this whole piston useless as it is because that polymer plastic is built into this piston, and I'd be firing with just these steel teeth, and those are not long enough. Anyways, I scrapped that piston right there already, and I got myself a new full steel teeth piston, so that's all settled. And I also have a new spring. It's a green spring, so I've got three colors in my gearbox right now, and it's an M130 spring, a proper M130 spring. The spring that they gave me before APS had given me was labeled as an equivalent to an M130 spring, which was total BS because I put in the real M130 spring and my FPS jumped by at least 50 FPS, 60 FPS. Now that's a huge jump. So I got a true M130 spring in my gun right now, and so that's firing a true field spring. And so I also have a new HopUp unit. The HopUp unit I had before was pretty bad. It was not feeding, or it wasn't even adjusting the BBs up and downs. It was too small, and so what David did is he gave me a bigger bucking, and so the adjustments on my HopUp unit are actually realistic, or actually useful. I have a real HopUp unit now, and so that is nice to have a brand new HopUp unit that actually functions. And last but not least, David helped me modify the inside of my battery compartment to accept a 11.1 volt Lipo battery. This is a 1300 mAh, and that shouldn't be a problem because what I've been running before is an 8.4 volt 1600 mAh stick type, and I've never run out of power, never run out of juice of this thing. So definitely an all-day battery here. But this one's 1300 mAh. It's a little smaller, and hopefully I don't run out of juice on this one like I don't run out of juice on that one. And I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. Now, another thing I also got was a brand new CO2 magazine for my CO2 Pistol, my handgun, hand cannon. This thing kicks really nice, and I got a new magazine for it. I have 2 mags right now. I need 1 more, and then I'll have my full set. I also have modified my holster, which I was having an issue before where the soft shell holsters were depressing the magazine release, and I ended up dropping one of my mags in the field, which I found later, or a friend of mine found and rubbed it in my face. I told you so, that was going to happen. But I modified the holster and I put a little hole here. This is where the mag release settles, and it allows it so that the holster won't depress the switch. And it's experimental. I haven't tested it yet. Well, I tested it a little bit, but I haven't field tested it. So we'll see if that works. But hopefully with that I'll be able to actually use my pistol and not have to load it first, so I'll have it in my holster. Anyways, I think that's just about it. I'll be there at Livonia this weekend. I'm going to be bringing a bunch of friends. I got 4 folks at least, maybe 7 or 8. Who knows? It is Valentine's Day weekend, so don't know about the other 3, but definitely got a few people coming this weekend, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So, my name is Andon. See you on the field this weekend, and I bid you all farewell. Adios.